Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, to Hard Rock Baseball and the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. We apologize for that slight misconnection there with the internet here at White House Field, but back up and running. 12-4, Harwich leads. And getting a piece of that immediately there, but right through the wickets there it goes through Henry. And getting on base was D'Alessandro, so a lead off there. Right through the legs, and another error on the board there for Hyannis makes it their third of the day. So an E3 there to Cody Henry and a man aboard. And on the mound, and we're seeing a lot of redemption today from many pitchers, and we'll see one today, hopefully from Garrett Cave, who came into the previous game and walked the winning run in there against Bourne, and he has another shot here. Although Cody Henry unable to help him that one. There's a man on in D'Alessandro. Farrar takes the first pitch fastball for strike one.
You know, Cave, the difference between last night and tonight, he just looks calm, collected. He's a little bit slower to the plate. Maybe that's helping him kind of calm down and be methodical about it.
The 0-1, fastball down low and outside. 1-1 count to Farrar.
He was hitting 95 last night, sitting at 95 the whole night. Certainly has the talent.
1-1, that one. Glove there right by Rutherford. What an amazing grab there by Zach Rutherford, hopping up in the air. Makes a point out to center field to Habercorn. And there's one away.
So from where I'm seated, Garrett Cave is right in the way of where Zach Rutherford is at short. So all I see is Ferrara line one over short and a glove just pop up out of nowhere and snag that one out of the air. What a play by Zach Rutherford, getting it down on the defensive end.
I'll be honest, I thought that one might have been a little bit too high there. You might have been able to glove it down, but not grab it in the air. A stellar play there by Zach Rutherford, making his name known over there at shortstop early on for Hyannis.
Curveball just missed from Garrett Cave, but boy, a lot of movement on it. Nice sharp break there. Didn't locate it on the inner half, but that's where he was aiming all night. Last night was that inner half of the plate. Couldn't get a call.
The 1-0 here to Austin Falaire. And he rocks that one over to right. Ranging over is Truitt, although it's going to go out of play, and it'll be a 1-1 count.
You know, Falaire, if there's a guy who needs to prove anything to scouts, it's him. Coming out of D3 ball at MIT. Hit .428 this past season. Hit .436 his freshman year. 13 home runs, 48 RBIs on the year, and now facing the best pitching in college ball up on the Cape.
The 1-1 by Cave. That one, this time a grounder over, and bobbling it there is Hopkins. Although he does get it over to second in time. So he's able to get the lead runner out for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, Hopkins just a little bit of jitters, it seems like, over at second base there.
Number 8.
I would be if I was first start on the Cape. He's done well at the plate, been very simple with it, but just a little bit anxious out in the field there.
Seeing his first plays here at second today is Hopkins, as Peter Zyla was over there in the first game. Nice pitch in there by Cave for strike one on Tyler Kirkpatrick. So 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning. 12-4, the Mariners lead. Man on in Falaire. And the 0-1 pitch, and that one a beauty in there as well by Cave. Makes it 0-2.
You know, Cave, he couldn't find the curveball last night, so he's relying heavily on his fastball that he just couldn't locate on the outside corner. Tonight, locating the fastball, but even more important, locating that curveball, which is coming in a few miles per hour slower, and then he'll blow the 95 past hitters.
The 0-2, and he does that, just that, as Jack called it there, right by Kirkpatrick. Goes Cave. So a much better performance by Cave as he proves himself there in that inning as we head to the 9th inning. Harwich still leading 12-4 on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. We head to the 9th inning here. The last chance here for the Hyannis Harboroks. They trail 12-4, so a large mountain to climb here for them, but they start off 1-2-3. Habercorn, Rutherford, and Truitt here in White House Field. Although a new pitcher on the mound, and trying the first tip at it was Habercorn, and it bounces off the mask there of D'Alessandro for strike one.
I don't know if it was the mask or the shoulder. Either way, that's painful. Catchers take a beating back there, but Spencer Stockton, Jacksonville University pitcher, appeared in 28 games this past season, a 4.85 ERA with 3 wins in 70 innings pitched and 32 strikeouts. Did well in his freshman year, earned all conference.
The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss by Habercorn, makes it 0-2. So we saw Brad Bass. Stellar performance out of the bullpen. And coming to slightly close the game here is Stockton. Even though his team leading 12-4 and slightly chipping that right towards us. Literally right towards us. If the fence wasn't there, it would have came to us. And it's an 0-2 count for Habercorn.
So those statistics from Stockton going on in his freshman season, all conference last year, a 3.21 ERA with 5 wins.
This is the 0-2 pitch. Maybe grazed the jersey, but not the actual body of Habercorn. Makes it a 1-2 count.
Stockton, he's upped his velocity, he's upped his strikeouts as well.
1-2 outside. So 2-2 count now for Habercorn working the count.
This year for Jacksonville, really a starting pitcher, made 15 appearances, 12 starts.
And a swing and a miss there by Habercorn for the first strikeout and first out of the inning.
But Stockton here, obviously in a relief role. We saw most of that during his freshman season out of the bullpen.
Number 15, the shortstop from Old
But
Dominion.
we've seen a lot. We've seen plenty of pitchers make a transition either from a bullpen to a starter to a bullpen. Dakota Hudson being one of them. Went in the first round during this 2016 draft. St. Louis Cardinals, as did 6 other Hyannis Harbor in the top 100 picks.
So here is Zach Rutherford, who takes the first pitch strike there, who had a stellar jumping catch in the previous inning. And high jump there by him. And faces 2 quick strikes there, though, for an 0-2 count.
It's tough as a hitter to really focus on your at-bats, try to get some meaningful hits.
And he gets a knock at that one over the shortstop, and Burt picks up off his glove, fires over to first in time for the second out of the inning.
As I was saying, it's tough to really focus in on your at-bats and make meaningful at-bats when you're down 8 runs here. And we've kind of seen the Hyannis lineup kind of tail off at the end of this game a little bit. 12 hits, 11 of those coming in the first 5 innings. We've only had 1 in the last 3.
Hyannis down to their last out, and Trey Truitt. He fouls that one off into the fence for strike 1. 2 outs here. Top of the 9th inning. Harwich leading 12-4. Stockton deals, and that one is hit into right field. Getting under it there is Brown, and that'll do it. So the Harwich Mariners come out and win their 2nd game in a row here. And they will take a 2-0 lead, undefeated still, while Hyannis, although, falls to 0-2. And they lose 12-4 here today. And really, once again, unfortunately, Jack, it's been pitching that has greatly hurt them today. There were a couple of errors today, but many of the errors happened later on where it was already a high-scoring game here for Harwich, but those multiple walks here in that 4th inning to give it 6 runs for Harwich was really the undoing.
Yeah, and Harwich, a good hitting team. We obviously saw 8 runs put up last night on 6 errors, but getting a little lucky here as well as Hyannis definitely helped them with a little bit win that game. Pitching didn't help. 10 walks on the day, which just is unacceptable. Can't happen, especially on this Cape League. 3 errors on the board for Hyannis as well, but Harwich, they still put up 13 hits and 12 runs, so you have to credit them at some point. And for Hyannis, they got 2 pitchers and out of Clemson with Eubanks and Barnes, who will definitely make an immediate impact. Also, 2 pitchers out of New Mexico, and also the big bat in Carl Statuar. So some promising things to come. Only 2 games in, and still plenty of baseball to be left to play on the Cape. Excited for the homestand tomorrow night.
Yes, there will. Home baseball will be played once again at McKeon Park, the first time being there since Game 3 of the championship series. Hyannis will try and get their first win there at home in McKeon Park against the very Bourne Braves. The Hyannis lost to in the first game 3-2, so they will try to get redemption there tomorrow. That at McKeon Park at 6 p.m. start. And we hope to see you all there, and we hope you'll listen in as well here. We'd like to thank you all once again for listening in here. Once again, the score 12-4. Hyannis falls to the Harwich Mariners. For Jack Keffer, I'm Gabe Sesek saying so long from White House Field. You've been listening to Hard Rock Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network.